A couple of budding businesses. 3 men in their mid to late 40s, now marijuana millionaires.
The regulated cannabis industry has become a lucrative business of luxury brands, drinks and edibles, and even cooking shows. This industry is projected to net $80 billion in annual sales by 2030. As more and more states legalize marijuana, outdated federal laws still exist. At least 40,000 people remain in prison for cannabis-related offenses. That's why the organization, The Last Prisoner Project, is working to reform our nation's failed approach to cannabis law and policy through intervention, advocacy, and awareness. For the constituents they serve, this ongoing injustice is all too familiar. Take the case of Stephanie Shepard, who in 2009 was charged with a nonviolent cannabis offense.
This was the last day of trial, and that morning my sister, who had flown down from California to support me, she said, "You want to get something to eat? We're on our way to the courthouse." And I said, "No, we can do it after." That's how sure I was, because I didn't think that this plant in this day and age could get someone like me with no criminal history prison time. When the judge said 120 months, it didn't even compute into my head, like 120 months, and my attorney, he whispered in my ear and he said, "It's 10 years. And I just couldn't believe it. And I just remember my sister screaming.
We have been indoctrinated with this drug war propaganda. So drug use is considered a moral failing, philosophically as well as in criminal law.
What'd you have, brother?
Weed.
Weed?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I thought y'all stuck up a bank or something.
Marijuana prohibition has never really been about the public order or public safety. It's always been wielded as a tool of social control and social control of certain populations.
It's appalling that we have counted 40,000 people sitting behind bars for cannabis-related offenses, given the history of the plant and how it's been used to criminalize, demonize, otherize Black and brown communities, and has been a major facilitator in creating this intergenerational harm that's been caused by mass incarceration.
Prior to going into prison, I worked for a large real estate firm in New York City. I worked for the NBA. Now I'm trying to get a job at Starbucks, and I'm nervous. I feel like I'm labeled. I feel like I'm judged.
Social norms as well as laws make it so it's very, very difficult to access gainful employment. You aren't eligible for many public assistance programs or educational opportunities if you have some of these convictions.
This is why re-entry to me is so important. To throw people out with no support system is a recipe for disaster. It is why recidivism is so high in prison.
Since her release, Stephanie has been working with the Last Prisoner Project, a not-for-profit organization dedicated to cannabis criminal justice reform. The organization is focused on the millions of Americans who've endured cannabis-related arrest and incarceration, working to secure their freedom and clear their records and help them successfully re-enter society.